A prominent critic of Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte has been arrested. Maria Ressa is CEO and executive editor for the online news site Rappler. Her alleged offense is cyber libel, related to a story published before the country's cyber libel law went into effect. Ressa was previously arrested on tax evasion charges, which she says are politically motivated. Ressa was here on the set just 2 weeks ago, spoke to my colleague Rina Ninen about the harassment she's faced and about her efforts to counter online harassment.
Look, in the long term, it's education. In the medium term, it's media literacy. But in the short term, it is only the social media platforms that can act right now. I mean, part of it is it appeals to the worst of human nature. It's like taking all of our hate and our fear, fanning the anger, fanning our fears, and creating an us against them. This is what terrorists do and that's how you build ideology. That's how terrorists build this extremist thing. So what we're seeing is the world is getting pushed and pulled apart, and yet people don't know they're being manipulated. I think more and more here in the United States, you look at them as partisan politics, but where is that undercurrent of information warfare? That's where it begins. In the end, we always say information is about power, right? Well, what happens when information is tainted and toxic sludge, poison is introduced into the body of democracy?
We talk a lot about Russian disinformation campaigns here in the U.S., looking into election meddling as well. How does it compare in the Philippines?
I think I always say we're the canary in the coal mine. You know, we've been dealing with this since July of 2016 with a drug war that's killed. The police claim 5,000 people. Human rights groups will say tens of thousands of people since July of 2016. And you put that together with this kind of information warfare that is splintering society and changing perspectives, changing values. Very similar. What we're seeing, the tactics that were released during the reports of the U.S. Senate Intelligence Committee, they're the same tactics that are being used in the Philippines. We're just a little further along. Think about it like this. Duterte was elected in May of 2016. Brexit happened a month later. After that, the U.S. elections. After that, Catalonia, and so on. Right? The world has changed fundamentally.
Why do you think it is, Maria, that they're targeting the Philippines?
We're English-speaking. We're 100 million people. We're Facebook country. As of yesterday, two days ago, social media, We Are Social came out with a report that said not only do Filipinos spend the most time online, we spend the most time on social media. So we're a little petri dish. It's the reason I set up Rappler in the Philippines. It's like a petri dish for social media interaction. It can be used for good. Mind you, we know this in the Philippines. That's why Rappler grew so fast. But by the end of 2015, with instant articles, it's been used for evil, and it needs to get fixed.
Well, Maria Ressa also spoke through one of her associates about the arrest, saying, "We are not intimidated. These legal acrobatics show how far the government will go to silence journalists."